if you must drink, drink in the moments that take your breath away.
Hello again, whiskey tippers and spirit sippers. Wun Wun back at you, and we got another one we've been looking very much forward to drinking and testing out. Today we're going to be drinking the Glendronach 15 Revival.
Sounds interesting.
I've totally been looking forward to this. When I first started, most of you know I'm still in my first year of whiskey. Got brought in by the Game of Thrones collection, and for some reason, after listening to all these videos and everybody doing all these reviews, like the number one thing that's always kind of jumped out at me, actually there's been kind of two, the Yamazaki 18, which is going to be not easy to find, but definitely looking for it. But like the biggest one I've always wanted to try was the Glendronach 18. I've heard that's try before you die, one of the best whiskeys in the world. I've heard so many great things about it, but I didn't want to just jump into it. I wanted to kind of climb the ladder and work my way up to it. So, I've already done the Portwood 10-year-old. I've already done the Glendronach 12. I gotta say, the Glendronach 12-year-old it's definitely a top three. I mean, I flew through that bottle so much faster than any other bottle. It was crazy. It's so delicious. And this is its big brother, so I am crazy looking forward to this. So let's get into it. I've heard good things about these two. This isn't one of the older ones. This is the 2019 version. I heard if you can get the 2012 bottle, that's like the most amazing, super hard to find. And then I think it was 2015 or 2017. You were actually getting older juice. This is the new one. It's just 15-year-old juice in this one. I'm kind of glad I got this one first because I'm going to definitely be on the search for those older ones. And I mean, just like I didn't try the 18 before any of these, I want to try the worst ones and then build my way up to the best ones. So I'm not mad at all that this is a new one. I'm happy to try it. And man, been absolutely loving the Glendronach family so far. So let's see if this one holds it down like the rest of them. But the 10 Portwood, go back and check that video. It's I think the volume on that one might be messed up. You might have to turn it up. But man, that juice is so good. And the 12, absolutely delicious. Can we get it? Ooh! Thumbs up step one. That was a great pop. Let's get a pour. Oh yeah. I am so looking forward to this. Every time, this is the hardest part, but you know how we do it. It's 15 years old, so we're going to let it sit in the glass and air out for 15 minutes, and we'll be right back at you. Don't go anywhere. All right, 15 minutes is up, and I am ready to get after it, so let's taste this baby. Oh, wow. Right out of the gate, the smell, it almost has like an Irish whiskey smell. It almost has like that buttery biscuity smell a little bit. Wow, I could be fooled into Irish whiskey in a blind tasting in this maybe. Wow, like a redbreast, like a redbreast Lestau. It has that redbreast Lestau smell. Oh man, this one's 46% ABV, so you already know 92 proof right there in the fun zone. I believe it's matured in Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez casks, so double maturation and. Should give it plenty of flavor. It's kind of like a spearmint or minty smell kind of in the background there. Oh man, there's another whiskey that smells like this too. What is that? Okay, I just looked straight over and I saw Henry McKenna. I was like, does that smell like Henry McKenna? But just power of suggestion. It's so funny. But it does almost have kind of like a sweet, almost bourbon smell. And I remember the Portwood had that as well. The Glendronach 10 Portwood. But there is it must be the combination of the Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez cast, but it does. It almost gives it almost like a little bit of a bourbon smell. It's interesting. Just honey and flowers. And like I said, like a little spearmint or mint on the background of it. All right, I'm super excited. Let's taste it. Cheers. That's not too shabby. Huh? A little bit of a delayed Kentucky winter hug coming back up. After you take a drink and smell it, it almost has like a little bit of a cherry Kool-Aid smell. Like I said, it's got a bit of a bourbon quality to it. It really does, kind of a cherry bourbon, but not that burnt Dr. Pepper that the bourbon has that I can't stand. It's just, I'm still looking for a bourbon that does not have that burnt Dr. Pepper taste. But I haven't given up, still looking for one. But man, the world of Scotch has definitely been my gig. No peat at all. We bow to the sweeter whiskey pixie around here, but Glendronach and Glenmorangies and Irish whiskeys and Japanese whiskeys. We keep it nice and smooth and sweet, just like that. Maybe someday, but we stay away from the peat right now. But this is really good. I don't get that minty taste, but like I said, it's more like a cherry Kool-Aid bourbon, sweet. Just a little bit of spice, but no burn in the mouth. And like I said, a little tiny bit of a delayed, winter hug coming back, but super smooth and elegant and easy. That's nice. Let's see how it fares with a little bit of water in it. Just 2 drops, that's all it should take. Not trying to water it down, just want to open it up a little bit, see if we can bust out any new flavors. So far, so good. Boy, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna have to do a side-by-side, because like I said, the 12 might be a top 3 whiskey of the year for me. And the Portwood 10 is right up there too. This doesn't have, both of those have just a little bit of not watery down, but just a little, you can just tell it's a little younger, a little lighter. This one is a little more depth and flavor. I don't get any of that watered down aspect that I did with both of those. This does have like a little bit more of a, like those are both sweeter. This has like a little bit of a spice in the back of it. Not really pepper, but kind of like a little cinnamon kick. Or a little allspice maybe, but yeah, there's a little bit of spiciness to this one on the back, kind of dancing around, like cooking spices. And the smell of the water, it kind of took away a little bit of the smell because it's already so light and honey and flowery, and now it's just kind of like a real light vanilla almost smell, like a real light vanilla honey smell. Slungeva. As usual with the water, it brings out a little bit more of those barrel flavors, barrel tannins. A little bit of that oakiness, the sherry, the Oloroso, the Pedro Jimenez, just nice and smooth and sweet. I think the blending of those two is it's a nice blend because, man, that went down so easy. I can see this one going down just as smooth and easy as those other two have. Like I said, the other two are just a little bit sweeter and this one's a little spicier. This one just has like that spearmint, cinnamon, mint kind of on the back of your tongue that's kind of dancing a little bit. It doesn't burn, but it doesn't sting. It just kind of a little zip there dancing around. Well, stage 3, let's put it over some ice and see how it fares with that. So again, this is the neck pour. I'm sure it's going to be, it's probably going to smooth out and be even a little more rounded as time goes by and a little more air gets on it. Probably take a little bit of that spiciness away, but man, so far so good. Let's put it over some ice. Toast myself. Oh man, I've been waiting so long, and they already know I got the 18 and everything up there just waiting to go next, and I have really, really been waiting for that 18 alder ice so patiently. Like I said, I've heard so many good things about that I am just super geeked out and excited to try it. I think it is going to be, I don't know, I hope I didn't overhype myself on that one, but I think that one's going to be really good. Alright, got this one over some ice. Feels like it's cooling down nice and quick. We don't want it to get watered down. Oh wow, it smells almost flat over the ice. It's hard to get any smells over this one. A little bit of the barrel, a little bit of the sherry, but real light. The ice almost killed all the smell. Let's get it before it kills the taste. Prost. I actually like it over the ice. It brought out more of the berry flavor, it feels like. Usually you get a bunch of barrel taste and tannins and like just vanilla and oak, but you did get it, and I think that it was just because it's Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez, but boy, my mouth is watering. The ice actually, it's bursting out. I know a lot of people don't like putting whiskey over ice, but man, The ice really woke this one up. Like I said, it was bursting with flavors, just berries and cherries and just a real fruit flavor, fruit forward. I mean, it took away all that spice and like the spearmint and the minty cinnamon flavor, and it was just all kind of more sweet berry flavors. I really enjoyed that over ice. Poured this a little bit just to have one to toast out on. Kind of want to go back to it and eat after that ice and see what we're working with here. But man, that was downright enjoyable over ice. I'm not gonna lie. Don't hate. Wow. Yeah, this is just so much sweeter. The more it opens up and the more the air gets on it, the sweeter I think it's getting. See how the taste changed at all. Cheers. Nope. It's back to being a little more tart and tannic with the spices. And the spices are light. I mean, they're not overpowering or overbearing by any means, but they're there. It's just crazy how much sweeter and juicier and fruitier it got over ice. That's crazy. For the first time in a while, I actually have to suggest this one over ice so far. It might change as the neck pour goes down and it opens up a little bit, but man, that ice was really able to open it up and bring out some flavor. You notice I didn't let it sit very long. I didn't let it sit on ice very long. I got right to it. I mean, as soon as I felt it chill just a little bit, I hit it. But man, that was, as long as you get it quick enough before it waters it down, that was A-okay. Scale of 1 to 10, the Glendronach 15. Really good so far. I guess 8.5 out of 10. It's right there. Nothing wrong with this. It hasn't blown me away yet. I definitely need to spend some more time. Like I said, let some air get on it and open it up a little bit. Hasn't floored me, but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing unpleasant. There's really nothing to complain about. It's an absolutely just delightful dram to kick back and have, and nice and sweet with no peat. So double thumbs up. Definitely recommended, and I have a feeling it's going to get even better as time goes on, and we'll get back at you with it and let you know, because we're definitely going to be doing some side-by-side taste test. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll definitely have a whole bunch more coming down the way. So hope you have an absolutely fantastic holidays. And until we see you next time, cheers. Ice? Ice? You don't put great scotch like that over ice? I can just see the brows being furrowed across the land. But I just want to say, I just went in because I never read the tasting notes before I do it. I don't want to be, influenced. But man, I think I nailed these ones. They talk about on the nose an intoxicating burst of Marciano cherries. I mean, hit that. It's talking about mint. Pretty much hit that. On the palate, it's talking about honey glazed. Pretty much got that. More cherry. Definitely got that. I think we pretty much nailed this one. Yeah, it seems like our palate agrees with Glendronach. Not too shabby.